Welcome back. Let's explore the factory, shall we? Okay, so there's a side door in addition to this main entrance. 2 side doors. I'm arbitrarily going to decide to go in here first and work my way in the other direction. If all else fails, wait for the puzzle to reset. Maybe I'll get an easier one next time. Beep boop. This is the printer room where machine parts are made. Also robots. It can also help to write down previous attempts. Management. Okay.
It's a big metal box with lots of machinery inside. This one has a robot in it.
May help you to go one color at a time. Management. In order to gain access to the labs, you must pass the security system test.
Huh?
You must change the color of the lights into a specific configuration. Allow me.
How do I solve this?
That is part of the test.
Bummer.
Okay. 0 lights correct. Oh boy, yeah, it's one of these types of puzzles, alright. Three of them are blue. One of them is green. One of them is red, one of them is green. That was foolish. Okay. Okay. So that one is green. I just have to find where the red one is. 3 tries left. Oh, I can do this. Yeah, I got this. That's it. If that had been wrong, then I would have moved the red one to the right, and the remaining 3 are all blue. For sure. Hey! The security system has been temporarily deactivated. Would you like to reset it?
I don't think I want to go through that again.
I'm with you on that. It wasn't too bad, but still, I'd rather not repeat it. If I don't have to.
A bunch of words are on the screen. I don't understand any of it.
The luminescence index of liquid red phosphor decreased by a factor of 3.57% this past week. Alarming, to say the least. That's the sharpest decline I've seen, and the number is only increasing. You will have to further concentrate the phosphor now, for it to be of any use. It's hard to believe, but there's a good chance this city could run out of light in as little as 6 months. What are we going to do?
Well, good news. I have the sun. I just have to figure out how to get into the tower. Which first means I have to figure out how to get into the library. Oh, that looks bad.
My robot! What happened? I don't know! I left for a minute and... What am I gonna do?
Not stand near it, probably. I think you're just gonna have to let that one go, dude. Look at him spin. I cannot stop spinning.
These robots are malfunctioning at a frightening rate. Physical damage from square particle anomalies is almost impossible to revert. No living person can touch them unless they have a death wish. But if we're lucky, sometimes the squares go away on their own. But not before taking away one of the robot's arms or legs. Or head.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever seen a headless robot before, but it is quite a sight to behold. And also quite dangerous.
Really? That's concerning.
A robot.
This is so tedious! I miss the good old days before our robot repairing robots broke down. Now all the robots have to be assembled by actual people.
But aren't you a robot?
No? I mean, do I sound like a robot to you?
Not really. But your head is a TV?
What does that have to do with anything?
Never mind.
We should probably fix the robot repairing robots first. But the higher-ups need these guys done first for some reason. That's unfortunate. Panic!
There sure are a lot of computers here. And they look important, too.
Monitoring. Ugh, those square particles just took out 2 of my robots in the glen. I might have to put off the water analysis project for now.
I'm picking up some disruptions in Sector 8 of the city.
This is consistent with our earlier findings. Not good at all.
I want to press all the buttons, but I must resist.
Yeah, you probably should resist, Nico.
The Baron's engineer just reported another sighting of the particles in the cliff area.
Well, nothing unusual at this point.
I wonder what the author would do in this situation. Dr. Silverpoint usually references his works.
I can barely keep my eyes open, man. How does Dr. Silverpoint get all that energy?
None of us have been sleeping very well in light of recent events. The square particles took out a few of my robots last week, and
She fell asleep. A warm pot of coffee. A coffee machine. It's almost empty. It's a shelf full of little machine parts and tools I don't recognize. It's a bookshelf. Hello? Oh shoot! If I had known you would be here so soon, I would have turned off the darned lock. Hello there. Sorry about the weird security measures. It's okay. Gallup helped me solve it. Did they now? So, can I help you with anything? Yeah. Do you know how I can get a library card? A library card? You'll have to ask the library for that. I tried. I need it to see the head librarian, but I can't get to see her without a library card. But at the same time, she's the one who gives out library cards. Really? That sounds like George, alright. I'm sorry you caught her on a bad day. Aw. Wait, I know. I can just give you my library card. It won't be hard for me to get another one. Wow, thanks! There, you're all set, I think. Wait. Shoot! I forgot. The front desk library bots have facial recognition. And my photo on the card won't match you. Unless I tape a photo of my face to your face. That was a joke. Who knows, maybe you'll get lucky and the robot will take it anyway. Worst comes to worst, you can always find somewhere to take a photo. So, you've been walking all over the world, huh? Mm-hmm. Jeez, I can't imagine. Do you get really tired sometimes? Kinda. But I don't mind. It's actually really pretty. I'm glad you think so. Even with the sun gone, the world is still a beautiful place. What did the world look like with the sun? Oh. You know, it's kind of embarrassing to admit how little of it I have actually seen. Oh? Ironic, isn't it? Even though I'm the world's leading researcher, all I do is stay here and build robots. They're the ones exploring the world. I just write down the data, crunch numbers, generate graphs. Right. I've been seeing robots everywhere. I just thought it was because the world was too dangerous for most people to explore. That's not far from the truth, actually. But I know someone who still does his research firsthand. Oh? Even after segments of land started collapsing and access to the more remote areas became difficult. I mean, he outright built a machine that could fly. Something we all thought was not physically possible. Oh, that's... I asked him about working with us, so he provides us with all sorts of insights from time to time. But for some reason, he really didn't want to build robots. Or, more specifically, coding them. How come? Beats me. I mean, he's happy to work with robots. In fact, he even... it's been a while since we talked. He must be busy with his books now, yeah. Don't overwork yourself, okay? Your journey is just as important as your end goal. Cliché, but true.
It's funny that I would be given that advice when I'm playing this game all in one go. Well, all in one day at least. Speaking of which, water. Hydration is important.
Something is poking out from the shelf. It's a tube of glitter glue. You can have that if you want. Never know when you need to glitter things up, right? Oh, are you sure? Yeah, I have tons of those. Thank you.
Glue.
It's a bookshelf.
I have a feeling I know what that glue is going to be used for. But we have to get a photo taken first.
Hey, Galuf? Doesn't the lady look kind of familiar to you? I wonder if she's related to the robot lady who gave me the amber. I almost want to ask her about it. Should I?
Oh, that's a good point. I hadn't even really thought about that.
Oh? That's... How did you get this? This robot lady in the Barrens gave it to me. She looked kinda like you? I see. It was supposed to be such a breakthrough, you know? I even based her on myself, so I'll know it works. Breakthrough? We wanted to build a robot that acts like a person, thinks like a person. A robot that isn't bound by its own code. Oh! But turns out, you can't really build something like that. Too many contradictions in the code. Made her unstable. That was the only time I've ever seen a robot go rogue. Scariest day of my life, tell you what. Rogue? But she seemed so nice when we talked. Even if she talked a little weird. She's been repaired for some time now. My friend was able to stabilize her volatile state through his own means. A real miracle worker, that. After he was through, she ended up turning out just like how I wanted. But the damage was already done. I gave up on her back then. We all did. I'm sure she realized that. And now she won't ever come back. She won't even answer my letters. I'm sorry. Sorry for rambling. You should hold on to that amber, okay? I will.
That's a sad story. That's a good bit of background lore. I'm glad that the game brings the idea of that to your attention. Because it didn't occur to me naturally. And it would be a shame to miss out on all that. Now, let's see. We need to get a picture taken. So... Are you here for your photos?
Actually, yeah. I need to take a picture for... reasons.
Well, I got good news and bad news. The good news is that the photo center is right behind me.
And the bad news is that... it doesn't work, right?
You're catching on quick. After operations ended in the Barrens, this place got shut down. All of the engineers lost their jobs and became street vendors.
Maybe Galuf and I can figure it out from them.
That's good. It would certainly help out people with expired IDs. Like me. Time to talk to every street vendor again.
Can you tell me how to fix the camera?
It's been a while. I'm pretty sure that the bulgy lens goes on one of the ends. I forget which. bulgy. Large, thick lens. I suppose he means the thick lens. It goes on one of the ends.
You used to be one of the camera engineers, right? The camera? Oh, joyous memories. We went through thick and thin together. And by that, I mean the concave lens did.
Concave goes through thick and thin. Like the concave goes in between those two.
Is there anything you remember about how to work the camera?
Let me see. When arranging the lenses, make sure that the thin lens is positioned between the two curved ones. Okay. Thin lens between the two curved ones. Concave through thick and thin. Thin between the two curves.
Can you tell me how to get the camera working again?
Yes, certainly. The thick lens should be positioned to the left of both of the curved lenses. Okay. So thick goes here. Concave goes through thick and thin. The thin lens goes in between the two curved ones, right? Concave has been through thick and thin. Convex, here. Nope.
I guess that wasn't the right combination, Galif.
We'll swap the position of these two then. I guess I got that part wrong. Yeah, there we go.
Cheese? Ouch. My eyes.
Aw. Sorry, Nico.
It's a photo of me. Are my eyes always this big?
Not a cat. Alright. So put the glue on the photo.
The back of the photo is covered in glue. And glitter.
Photo of Nico, sticky. Stick it to the card. Kip Silverpoint, PhD.
The card has my face on it now.
There we go. That'll do, I think. Since we've got some extra time in this video, I'll do this now, I suppose. Oop. This goes to the catwalk, so we'll have to press the button if we want to go back up. Let's go take care of the plants now. Oop, I missed it. That's okay, I'll have to ride the elevator again, so. Okay, let's travel over to the garden. Let's fill this pot with dirt.
I hope this helps you grow, little seed. The seed's in the soil, but it looks a bit dry.
Medicated water.
Good thinking, Galif. This water should really help this seed grow. It sprouted a tiny leaf.
Nice.
Good luck, little plant.
That's promising. Well, we're done here, so back to the elevator. So how about that weather, eh? It's been kind of weird here. It keeps bouncing back between hot and cold, which is annoying, because just when I get used to one, it goes back to the other. Just random in the middle of the elevator. Alright, so we've got the library card. I'm gonna make sure I'm holding it. Authenticating barcode. Executing facial recognition. Photo match successful. You're good to go. Have a nice day, Miss Kip.
Maybe I should have changed the name.
That'll have to do.
Looks like an old phone. A small tree. Some of the trash spilled out on the floor. Hi? Hi. Are you alright? Can I help you? Yeah. I was wondering if you can tell me what I should do next. I think I'm supposed to go in the tower? The tower? A grim obelisk. A solemn reminder of our fate. We're all gonna die! So... how do I get in? I don't know. I've been reading and studying all my life, and yet I haven't even found any books about entering the tower. Oh, I know there's a small room you can go in, but everybody knows that. I see. So, do you have any questions about books? It's all I'm good for.
Well, as a matter of fact...
Excuse me. I do have this book. I think it's written in some sort of words I don't recognize. Let me see. Oh. Oh dear. Hey, is it alright if I borrow this? There's no mistake. I have to translate it. Oh, no problem. I'll try my best, but it probably won't be very fast. That's okay. Excuse me. Oh dear, are you tired? A little. Ah, well, I do have a guest room upstairs. But it's in the attic, though. Sorry if it's not very comfortable. I'm working as fast as I can. No worries. Excuse me. Again. You can go take a nap if you want. If you forgot, the guest room is down the hall and upstairs. There's a black clover symbol on the cover of this book. Hey, and this other book has a clover on its spine. And the rest of these books, too. Are they all about clovers? That's just what the author uses to mark his works. I don't even know his name. Oh, so he wrote all of these books? Yeah.
Wow.
I have a copy of everything I helped him publish so far. It's not a lot, but you can read some if you want. Even the painting is books.
That's funny.
Looks like a printer.
It looks like we can get a little bit lore on our way to the end of the video.
A book is poking out from the shelf.
Another fruitful visit to the great prophet today. She seemed high in spirits. She told me that she saw another glimpse of the Messiah's arrival, more vivid than ever before. The Messiah will wake up in a dark house. She said the vision included lights from a window and the sound of footsteps on wood floor. Regrettably, she is unsure of the house's location. Rachis, I guess, was also present at the meeting. I ended up visiting his house later and we swapped notes. He has been very vigilant on recording the prophet's day-to-day musings, and his writing has been significantly more legible lately. His children were endearing as ever. The older child, Calamus, has expressed an interest in reading. I offered to teach him as I did his father. So we learned a little bit about their father.
A book is poking out from the shelf. This looks like a sketchbook of some sort.
Wednesday. Another still life of some objects on my desk. Still not very good, but Silver can recognize the objects at least.
Hey, I think this book is actually about clovers.
Although its pigmentation is primarily black, the leaves display incredible iridescence when exposed to sunlight. These curious plants are most resilient and can even thrive in the metallic sand and harsh climate of the Barrens. In the glen, it can also grow directly on top of the moss layer without competing with the moss for resources. Radiocarbon dating of fossils suggests that these plants may be the first life forms to colonize our world. Interesting. Thankfully, Dr. Silverpoint's team was able to replicate our prototype. On the right is an updated sketch of some of the modifications of the external design. More importantly, we used a radically different architecture for the microprocessor due to limited resources this time, but it still should be capable of delivering the late prophet's message. The team suggested that taming was a lost cause. Blue phosphor in the eye, rounder look. Redesigned internal audio receptor. Compatible with longer clothing. Wireless signal amplifier.
Box is full of manuscripts. It's a stack of blank papers. A book on the ground.
But she deeply believed in the multiverse theory. Regarding alternate versions, she likened the probability to the rolling of dice. Recently, I found that theory easier and easier to believe, but I could not describe it very well back then. Nevertheless, I still wrote it to the best of my abilities. After all, it felt only right to honor her this way. There are 6. Which one did you encounter? I wonder whether or not that picture changes, depending on just a random variable with playthroughs or not. That would be something interesting to investigate. But also, on the topic of multiverse theory, there's a couple interesting things that you could draw from that, I feel. Nico's homeworld might be, it seems remarkably similar to our own based on our conversations with him. Maybe not one for one? Maybe almost clearly not one for one, but very, very similar. And maybe in particular, perhaps it's even more similar to our world at a different point in time or in the past, perhaps. Or maybe not, because they have computers and stuff, so maybe it's not really that far behind. But that could be the thing with, so we as humans are, supposed to have evolved through radical changes from primates, right? So maybe in Nico's world, it's just a matter of, it's the idea of, it's an alternate dimension version of our same world, and it's just that humanity evolved from a different species. So some of their characteristics and features have more in common with cats than with primates. Another thing that I think would be a neat little thing to draw from multiverse theory is the idea that, aside from just that whole idea of Nico's homeworld is an alternate version of our world, you could also say that the thing with multiverse theory is that there tends to be infinite possibilities. So there are many, many different worlds, some with just the most minute, tiny little differences from each other. And by that logic, there could be many, many versions of a world with Nico in it. There could be many versions of Nico. In other words, if you were to stop watching and decide to go play the game for yourself, you might have your own Nico to save. But that's up to you whether or not you want to do that. if you've watched this far, then you've already seen a lot of what this game has to offer, obviously, because it seems we're approaching the end. But on that note, we are gonna take a break for now. I'm gonna let Nico have his rest. So, I'll see you soon, when, hopefully, you figure out a way to get into the tower. Until then, take care.